Right, this is the stage I'm at. I started recording the 600 video about halfway through January, and it's now a fair few days into February, and it's gotten to the point where they're releasing Easter themed chocolate, which I'm just sat here eating while I finish this guy. This should be the last part now. It's nice to have an upgrade from this thing. Although this guy's pretty cool, he's not nearly as posable, and I'm not happy with that face, it looks pretty derpy. The mug's also quite not mug shaped. I mean, it's a real step up from this thing here, and that thing in the background. But that there was an £11 knockoff of the SH Figuarts Bodycon, the drawing figure that you can get. I have just fixed one of the problems I had with it, which was the fact that this mid-section here was really loose, and so because I've added, the clay's called green stuff, that's literally just what it's called, it's for models. It's like a resin, you mix the yellow and the blue together and you end up with green. Hence the unoriginal name green stuff. So yeah, because that head's heavier than it originally was with just the plastic, that body is no longer strong enough because the ball joint was loose anyway, but now it just kind of flops backwards without the extra support that it should have. So I've added some nail varnish, this stuff here, or nail polish or whatever. Same stuff that I coat their eyes with. Like you can see, they've all got shiny eyes. That one, and that one, and their tongues as well. I do their tongues with it. So yeah, this should do the last part of the video now. A very nice thing about that figure there as well is it came with all these hands. Ignore the Tesseract, that's a little hint at what I'm working on. And none of it was painted originally, it was all just grey plastic. So the shield and the sword I painted, and obviously that weird blue joint didn't come with it. That's me trying to work out how to do the tail, because I have no clue how to do the tail without it weighing too much. I'm tempted to do a magnet, so that I can have it on or off, but I also want it to be posable. So, sorry for the wait. This is what I'm trying to get done. I should be uploading this video on the 3rd or the 4th, I think, of February. Because it's currently the 3rd, I think. Yeah, it's 3rd. So I'm going to put him together. I might even just film assembling him. Yeah, I'll film putting them together now. Just one quick thing before I put them all together. This here is the figure that I made for RTX Alotto. It's my second channel where I'm meant to be uploading about concepts of stuff that I'm working on and any artwork that I do. But I've not had time to do anything on there. It's kind of just like me taking the piss out of this channel with the bloopers and everything that I get from this, and the background work that I do. So anyway, that's the second channel if you want to go have a look at it. It's actually somewhat interesting because you get stuff that I'm working on that I'm nowhere near completing to go up on this channel, so you get way ahead. For example, on that channel there's actually a video to do with the Ultimate Raptors that's all the way over there, and I've barely hinted at that on this channel, so if you want to go over and head to that channel, because I believe we're on 6 subscribers, we're opposed to the 620 I think we're on now on this channel. So yeah, we've got 1% of what we have on this channel. So that'd be greatly appreciated if you could help out with that. But anyway, I'll put this thing together now. So I'm going to leave these legs where they are, but first I'll take this midsection, and hopefully it clicks in now I've put nail polish on the ball joint. I also need to find a way to protect the torso from paint scuffage. Ooh, that body is not much better. Okay, it's not much better, but it is a fair bit better than it was. Okay, it's good enough. We might actually attach this bit first. I might need to do another coat of nail polish because this stuff's a bit gloopy. I might need to do a thinner coat. There's a few imperfections on there. The original colour was grey, by the way. If you want to get one of these, let me know and I'll put a link in the description of the 600 sub video. Oh, we're going to need a lot more fixing on those joints at some point. But that'll do just to hold up for the animation that I'm about to do. Now, it does come with the stand, by the way, which is quite useful. It's not a bad quality stand. I'd have to add some nail polish though to fix it. I could actually do a review of the Bodycon because it's not expensive and I probably will be buying a new one. Just to upgrade from the RTX Alotto avatar that you've seen. There you go. Also, he comes off his legs because one of the attachments is folded legs, and the same with the arms. Not these bits, but it attaches at the bicep swivel. And you can do folded arms. So you get a separate set of legs, which are just moulded kneeling legs, so his legs fold much further. And the crossed arms for the biceps. But now we've also got this piece here. Oh, he is very loose. Why is he not much better than he was? And that leg's very loose as well. Okay. This is how you fix all your problems. A little bit of nail varnish just to thicken up everything. A little bit there. The other side's fine. We're also going to do the body because I'm not happy with the way that this keeps just flopping side to side. So I think we're going to put some in the socket of that and on the ball that connects to it. That midsection's a bit difficult to unpop, which is weird considering that's the loosest part of the whole figure. No, I won't put that on because it'll become cemented down. What do you think of my table? I haven't had this plugged in ages. Right. Yeah, so for the slightly loose joints that you get on the Bodycon, if you're not going to add clay to it, you don't have to worry because they're pretty secure anyway. You can just use nail varnish to thicken up the joints. Save them from wobbling nearly as much as they do. But most of them are fine when you get them out of the box anyway. I only noticed the problem when I added a massive chunk of green stuff to the head. I feel weird calling it green stuff, but that's its official name. It's basically a 2-part curing modelling clay. And it seems to be one of the best things. There's a... is it DeviantArt or Tumblr? Might be neither, but there's a post on what's the best stuff to use. And well, one of the recommendations is Super Sculpey, which seems good when you think about it. But it's a polymer clay, which means you have to put it in the oven. And this is made out of PVC, which has a melting point that's fairly low, because in order to get one of the hands, this one, I put it in boiling water because it didn't come with a thumbs up, so you can kind of see the finger I've bent in. Just to give it a thumbs up. It came with 2 pointing hands, so I bent one to have a shut hand, or a shut finger even, so that I can get my normal logo in. What were the other parts that were loose? These ball joints were loose, I'll take this one first. So it's a little bit of a shame that the joints aren't perfect, but for £11, where the official ones are like 70, it's worth just getting the cheap one and doing a little bit of fixing. Because most of the time if it's a stiff joint, you get it warm, you move it while it's hot, and that stops it from becoming stiff or tight again. And then if it's a loose joint, often you can take it apart, put some nail varnish on it, put it back together. If not, you can also use Ronnie super glue, drip it in, and while it's drying still move it around, because then it becomes like a hardened layer around whatever socket is. And we're at 10 minutes for this video. already. Oops. I should be able to go on there now. See, one leg's fine, the other one's not quite. Ah, there we go. That's better than it was. Now you can see that the ball joint there is a bit shiny. That's because I just put the nail varnish, polish, whatever you want to call it, on it. I'm also going to do it to this one that's on the upper half of the body. Just because I don't want it to be flopping around when I do animation. That's one of the most annoying things when you're trying to articulate one part of the body and the rest of it moves. For example, there was an animation I was doing yesterday as part of the 600 video, but I think I'm just going to scrap it because it didn't turn out very well. For some stupid reason I also decided that there was going to be a section where he dabs, which was me trying to animate at 11 o'clock at night. And my brain was like, oh, this should be a bit of a longer animation, so we'll just add something random in the end. And the whole thing's going to be cut out anyway. Although you'll be glad to know this Gundam back here, shot him for it. So I think that should do for the hardener. I'm going to stop the video here. I'll come back when it's fully assembled, so I've got about 60, I'd say 60 seconds, but this stuff takes a little bit longer, so I've got like a 5-minute wait for the dry time to kick in. I'm going to eat my Easter egg mini M&M, whatever you want to call them, and watch some ironic TikTok meme compilations while I wait. So yeah, I think that's going to do it, because if it's not, I don't have any time to fix it. Still a little bit wobbly. Not as bad as it was. Some of that's the give and the blue tack on the floor, so. I think if I can hold it, yeah, that'll do. It'll do for animation purposes. I can always fix it later by adding something that's a little stronger than this stuff. I think I have some transparent sealer. Some gloss sealer that's meant for outdoor weather as well. So that should be able to stand the test of time in terms of that wobble going on. Now I've got to add this cup to finish it.